Accumulations.
Accumulations. Yeah, what does that mean? Like I know you're all giving me the right answers, right? But then tell me, give me something concrete. Like, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do?
Identify.
Identify how? Say more.
We're cultivating the qualities and the state.
Cultivating the qualities, identifying the faults. Someone is typing. What's going on? Can someone read?
It says, let the Buddha qualities arise.
Let the Buddha qualities arise. Yeah, but how?
Avoid the 10 non-virtues, practice the...
Avoid the 10 non-virtues, practice the 10 virtues, and watch the mind carefully. You know? So it's a day-to-day thing. All of that, if we really commit ourselves to watching our mind carefully, watching our body, speech, and mind, watching our physical actions, verbal actions, mental, emotional actions. Only if we are diligent in doing that, then when we perform the sadhana, it can work. If we only perform sadhana, you can do it for 1,000 years, I can tell you. Nothing's going to happen. Why it is so hard to feel like a Buddha when you visualize medicine Buddha, right? I'm medicine Buddha, right? Why it's so hard to actually feel like medicine Buddha? Even sometimes you think, maybe I should get paint and paint myself blue. Right? Because you know.
We've not been good.
Yes, we've not been good, exactly, right? This morning I was yelling at someone, while coming here I'm thinking all these thoughts about that person. You cannot pretend that, those things are not there. So sometimes I think myself also at fault in teaching as if, and I don't want to say what other people are doing. You can think, I think one problem is, I think you attend these teachings, and then the teachers teach about this practice, that practice. It sounds like magic, Oh, recite this mantra, 1,000,000 times, you become enlightened. You come across these kinds of things. I think it's very common in Tibetan Buddhism, but when you look at Kyobo Rinpoche's teachings, he doesn't have a lot of details about in front is this, in the heart there's that, inside the heart there's that, inside that heart twirling around the syllable, a bunch of other syllables, turning left side, turning right side. He doesn't have a lot of things like this. He has, I'm not saying that he doesn't use these techniques. He is familiar with these techniques. But in his instructions that we have translated so far, you see this common theme. And we chose the things randomly. Like at least my group of translators, our randomness is in the area of look for the shortest things possible to translate. Because least likely to get stuck, then we can at least say, we got this translated. So our random sampling is short. But other people have also done middling things and long things. But when you read, whether it's short, middle, or long, you will see that he continuously say, but you have to change your mind. And as for that work of changing the mind, there is no magic. You can twirl your prayer wheel until it flies off. It's not going to help if you are not determined to change body, speech, and mind. But when you start to change, to be serious and to be committed to changing body, speech, and mind, then Om Mani Padme Hum becomes powerful. Then knowing when to ring the bell at what point and play the drum at what point becomes powerful. Why? Because it's working on, right? The power of, we say these sounds are not random sounds. These sounds were given by those who can see the interdependence that it can, it's like the yeast, you know. But we need the flour, we need the water. The methods, right? All these practice methods, or all these formal practice, they are yeast. And if you have a lot of yeast but you don't have food to feed the yeast, it cannot get bread.
So it's
And method may not even in the end be absolutely necessary, depending on each individual circumstance. You know?
It's like
Method.
it's like,
Methods. Like chanting mantras, doing prostrations, you know? Of course, in the tradition, many people have done that, yes. But it may not be. As in, not that you don't need, but you don't need a lot of yeast to make good bread.
Can I see if I understand
Yeah.
a little bit?
Uh-huh.
Is it from the sense that like we
Mhm.
can taste something that's very sour and be like, oh, that means sugar,
Yes,
but because we understand that dependence,
Yes.
we can taste it,
yes,
but someone, the guru,
uh-huh,
understood an interdependence that we don't see
yes,
as easily.
yes,
So
correct,
they developed
Right.
methods for us to be affected by it, but we don't have.
correct,
Okay.
yes. So the gurus of the past, through trial and error,
Yeah.
right? And they have seen how by introducing just a little bit of this can help you like break through. But the thing is, we are learning all these potential to break through, but we don't do the work for breaking through. Then it won't work, you know?
So it's to just say we want to become Buddha
Uh-huh.
is missing the step of realizing what we have to do, i.e. mind change.
Yes, to just say I want to become Buddha, to just say even, all mother sentient beings, boundless as the sky, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, la 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 la, right?
You're missing something.
You're missing something, right? And to visualize, okay, now, yes, I want to be Buddha, oh, medicine Buddha, blue in color, la la la. Not really going to do much. So then they say, at least during that time you are not thinking that you're a demon. So some benefit. At least during that time you are not thinking, how am I going to go beat up this person? Therein lies the danger of wrathful deities. That you think, you know, and in fact you're thinking, I'm going to go beat up all those people who don't agree with me. Because I'm now a wrathful deity, right? Dangerous. At Urban Dharma, you don't see a lot of, I don't. Yeah. We don't have wrathful deities represented for the moment. Yeah, no, we don't have. Yes.
For me, when you're just kind of lost in thought, sometimes the mantra will just come into your mind.
Yes.
Unexplainably, right?
Yes.
And then that is it coming into your mind is the reminder to, have the right speech, right action.
Right. So what Emily is saying is that for her, sometimes she's lost in her own like confusion or samsara, and then the power of mantra comes through. Right? You suddenly remember the mantra. But as you said, if it just stops there, then it's just random sounds. But then when you hear Om Mani Padme Hum, you remember, love and compassion. Now that yeast is working. Now, otherwise, it's just like, the gurus and the lineage masters are continuously like sprinkling, right, yeast on you, but there's no flour. There's no sugar to feed on. Then you're covered in yeast, But yeast on stone, yeast on sand, wasted.
That's the paying attention part too, of the awareness in your mind to allow that to come.
Awareness in your mind to allow that to come through, yes. So we make that effort, So don't think of your practice as just this practice. Where you work, where you eat, where you volunteer, where you pay bills, all of that. But don't walk around like, just be natural, But follow the Dharma into your life.